So there is a lot of snacks on hand. Yeah, sorry, we're enjoying the weather. Yeah, they have snacks on hand, so there's like Mountain Dew and M&Ms and Cheetos and you know, everything you could possibly want. And some of the more health-minded folks in my office like asked our admin to like start getting fruit. So that like when we do go back by like the snack thing, like the first thing we hit is the fruit bowl, and it's like much easier to stop. Just go ahead.
Sorry.
But like being able to stop at the fruit bowl and just have that like different thing on hand that you can like eat, and maybe like fruit doesn't necessarily do it for you, but like something else, a healthy alternative. It's like work was really rough when I started to no fruits or veggies. It's just pure processed stuff. Does anybody else have like a similar situation? Or like somebody who's next to you has like a candy bowl on their desk? That's
or a snack jar. Or a snack jar that they don't lock.
Well, we get like, they get nuts.
Like you're out of almonds.
We get nuts, but they're always the like roasted ones that are like covered in salt.
yeah, like super salty.
Like not that good.
Yeah.
So I got my own raw almonds.
Yeah, I was surprised when I talked to, I ended up talking to HR somewhat recently about like just food and health stuff, and they were like, yeah, we would love to do that if we could get employees excited about it. And like, they're going to try to do like a health thing for our company, just, you know, because they have concerns about like health costs and things like that. So, I don't know, like talking to your company about that, like, it's great. But if it's your cubicle neighbor or something, it's a little bit harder. You're just going to have to avoid it. Does anybody else have like any cravings? Like, is there anything in your life that you wish you had like a craving or a...
Like, yeah, out of obligation, we have to eat it. It's free food.
Yeah, there's that definitely happened when we were like first, like as a startup, like we like work a lot. There would like just be food like brought in, and it would be free in some cases, and it would be like really tough. Like one thing was like planning meals ahead, like just having like leftovers. Like you know what you're going to eat. Like for me, a huge thing about like handling cravings is just like planning ahead, because the cravings tend to come up as like just like random things you pop in your mouth, you know, just that you don't think about as much.
And you don't want to go with being a person that like you don't want to like not be spontaneous.
Yeah.
Eat all healthy person.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. Like, so I have like personal dietary things that I try to follow when I'm on my own, and that's like I would say 80% of the time. But when I go out with my friends or like anything like that, like you know, depending on the situation, I will like just like say whatever. But yeah, like for me, it's one of those things where if I have like the personal choice, I'll eat a certain way, and I won't go to like certain restaurants. But if like my friends are going, like it's tough. Like, it's tough to fight that like social stigma of being a healthy person and wanting to eat healthy and asking for the vegetarian or vegan menu just because.
I don't care.
I was working with like a bunch of guys. It was kind of like, we all go out and eat like meatball subs and heavy cheesy things. It was like you were the girl who got the salad and done.
Tell them to shut up. Tell them you'll go see them in the hospital during a heart attack. I mean, it's the things. I mean, when you have like the kind of peer pressure, you're talking about your life. I mean, it literally comes down to habits that you have. You can't, you know, have anybody else tell you what you're going to eat. I mean, the most part of it is being social, and that should be the whole part about it, is being social, being with people. It doesn't matter. I mean, even if I have friends that don't drink, and they still go to bars and they still have, you know, like another drink, but it's not alcohol. So it just depends, you know, on how. I mean, if they're preaching about it, then that's annoying. But if they're just hanging out, not a big deal.
Yeah, when I was I just graduated from college and was like going through this, I had some roommates who like didn't eat healthy. Like we were like trying to like cut costs because we were college students just starting jobs, and it was like, okay, well let's eat cheaply, and so we would all like cook together, but they would cook unhealthy healthy things. And it was like hard. I didn't want to have like there's like a ton of social pressure, particularly when you're like cooking is like a house of
Ramen.
5 people.
Pizza.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, we're too lazy to cook. Let's order giant pizzas.
Hamburger helper.
I don't know, like my journey got a lot better when I moved to a different place. And like actually part of my decision to like get different roommates was like just like being in a healthy space. And like it's tough to, it was really tough for me to make that choice. Like you don't want to defriend somebody because they eat unhealthy food. And it wasn't like strictly that. There were like a whole bunch of other things. But what was interesting about that is, I think I talked about this last week, I want to say, but one of the guys was also bigger like me. In fact, people thought we were like brothers because he was like a taller version of me. He's like a 6'3" version of me. But he's now like trying to lose weight. And it's just like really interesting because it's before he was one of the people who I felt like pressured to, you know, eat a certain way or not rock the boat for the sake of the rest of the house. And now it's completely not that way. And we've stayed friends, so it's not like the tough thing is like work because you can't, you know, it's hard to make those decisions. And there's politics involved. Like last night I went out to dinner and I ordered differently than I would have. Sitting across from my CEO who ordered a like steak, right? So there are social pressures for like everybody to, I don't know, be towards the border. That's tough, and as long as you know, the key is you know having that be some of the time, and it's like okay, I don't eat healthy all the time, and it's fine. I just don't stress about it too much. It's like that's unhealthy too. All this pent up anxiety. Ideally, you should
Go home and pig out. You go home and pig out after.
Yeah, because like anxiety is like, well, for me was like a huge thing. Particularly when you're like doing a diet or just doing a lifestyle thing. When you fail, like it begets more failure, where you're like, no, I didn't eat well. Well, now I feel bad, and now I'm going to, you know, have chocolate or something. Like recognizing those cues, and it's like, and then like changing that cue from being like, okay, instead of like eating something, I'm going to go work out, right? Like something where like I'm sad or like I'm angry or something like that, like going for a run or a spin or a walk or something, like channeling that into something else, because like a lot of it's emotional. It's supposed to be
Sometimes I find like I have cravings at night, and it seems more like if I just like I'm dehydrated or I'm just tired. And to me, for some reason, it kind of seems like I need food, but I don't. I just need to drink more water and go to sleep. And it just goes away. I wake up not thinking that I needed, you know, that whole pint of lemon juice.
You've never heard me be that quiet.
Never.
so loud. Yeah, I
So
haven't.
it's figuring
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, like finding out what it is, or just like, for me, I like drinking a lot of water helps, because just like you're a little bit more full. Like I always have like a water bottle within arm's reach, just to like, which means I'm going to the bathroom all the time, but like, it works.
But it's exercise.
Yes, yes, and then I get up and I go to the bathroom that's furthest away from my desk, so that I walk a little bit more and like get up away from my desk. One thing I do for like nighttime stuff is I set an alarm for 9 p.m. and I try not to eat after that. Like sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes, you know, I'm, you know, here late or something, and you know, it's just like, okay, well, I'll eat at like 9:30. That's okay. Or I'll have like a little bit of something. But like 9 p.m. That's when my alarm goes off, and I think to myself, okay, from here on out, like I could just sleep and have a big breakfast in the morning, which is better